Dear students and working accountants, welcome to my Smart Tally Prime YouTube channel. I am Babu Rao from Hyderabad. Please just notice the little change in my channel name. That is the last class word is removed because due to the length. So I fix it as Smart Tally Prime. That's all. So you notice this change. Hereafter, the name of the channel will be the same. Okay, right. And today in this video, we are going to discuss about the purchase returns. That is, we already learned purchases, sales. Now we will learn about the purchase returns. In other way, we have to learn now debit voucher entry. Debit note voucher. So debit note voucher, what is meant by debit note voucher? What is the entry to be made? So we make the purchase returns entry in the debit voucher, debit note voucher. So that we will discuss now. In the previous classes, we learned about, discussed about purchase voucher, sales voucher, and before that, receipts voucher, payment voucher, and contra voucher. And again, total 5 we discussed. Now that today is our discussion is debit note voucher. So what is meant by debit note voucher? So in this case, when a buyer purchases goods from a seller, and if the goods has any defect, if the goods, machines like that not working, or the goods has any defect, or any goods are damaged, or if the quality of the goods supplied is different from the order we give. We ordered for some quality, but they supplied different quality. For example, we ordered for 20-inch TV, Sony TV, but they supplied 30-inch Sony TV. So in this case, the quality is completely different. In these cases, the buyer or the purchaser, he may return the goods, the whole of the goods, that is total goods, he may return, or only part of the goods he may return. In such a case, this returning of these goods is called purchase return, and the buyer will record these transactions in the debit note voucher. In the debit note voucher. So understand, for purchase returns, we record in the debit note voucher. Now we will take up, we will go to the screen. We'll go to the screen, and now see this. So go to the screen and we will open the Tally Prime also going there. So when you go to the Tally Prime, first actually we will go to this select company page. When you open, because we made the setting to open the list of the company, select company page, not a single one company by default uploading. We made the setting like this. So we go to the select company page. Now we will select the first company, any company in which we are going to work. So we'll select that. Then we will go to the gateway of Tally, it will load. So in the gateway of Tally, the company which we selected will load. The company which we selected will load in the gateway of Tally. Okay. And in this, we have to make the entries. Vouchers we have to create. For creating the voucher, we will go to voucher section in the transactions heading. The first option is vouchers. So you can click that vouchers, or you can click the highlighted capital letter is V. So we will click V for the voucher, creating the voucher. So then we will get voucher accounting voucher creation. We will get accounting voucher creation. Now we have to do the work here. So here the work is to be, to enter the purchase return or entry in the debit note entry, debit note. Okay. So here we will go to a problem. We will take up a problem which is already, we know that we purchased goods. See here, the first one is on 31st July 22, out of the Sony 20-inch TV purchased, 20-inch TV, 20-inch purchased for at 21,000 rupees each from Y & Co. Wide invoice date 250, date 2722. So on 2nd July, we purchased TVs, 20-inch TVs at 20,000 rupees for each one. The invoice number is 250. You will go up and you will see. So in the purchases, so it is the company is Y and Co. So in the purchases, see here on 2nd June, the invoice number is 250. We purchased Sony TVs 20 inches and 30 inches also. For the credit bill we purchased at 21,000 rupees each we purchased. So this one we returned. Out of this, due to some defect, I mean is not working, is given, the reason is given. See here, since it is not working properly, the debit note voucher or debit note or purchase returns are sent along with that. See, when you are purchasing goods, the seller will send the invoice along with the goods. Definitely the invoice has to accompany the goods, the document, source document. Similarly, when we return the goods, we have to send the debit note, not voucher, debit note or purchase returns note, which is also called debit note or purchase returns, will be the paper will be sent along with the goods. Without that, it cannot send it. Okay, so it is sent. Now, how to make the entries? Okay, so we came to the journal. We came to the voucher creation. So now how to create this voucher? And one more thing is here, when you are returning the goods, it will be recorded in the debit note. So, but in the debit note, we have to, when we are purchasing the goods, we are creating the account, purchase account. The group is purchases account, that is group for all the purchases. Any type of purchase, that is the main group. Not that. Under that, we create many purchase accounts. Sometimes single ledger we create, that is called common ledger. One single ledger purchase account for all the purchases. Sometimes, depending on the different rates of GST, we will create different purchase at 18%, purchase at 12%, like that. So like that, similarly, when you are returning the purchased goods, then also we have to create an account. We have to create an account called purchase returns account. Purchase returns account. So that is purchase returns will be recorded in the debit note voucher. The purchase returns have to be deducted from the purchases, because when we make some purchases, some goods are returned, means the net balance will be the actual purchase. That is why the purchases returns should be deducted from the purchase account. The particular purchase account you have to deduct. That is why when you are creating the purchase returns account, the main group when you are purchasing, we are taking the group purchase account. Purchase accounts we are taking. Not only creating the purchases account, the different purchases, main group we are taking as under purchase accounts. Similarly here, when you are creating the purchase returns account also, we have to create the purchase returns account under purchase account only, because it is to be deducted, reduced from the purchases. Okay, so like that we have to do. So now we go to this one. Here we went to voucher creation. You see, accounting voucher creation, and we learned previously in the case of purchase, receipt voucher, payment voucher, and contra voucher. So we got only cash and bank. Purchase, receipt, cash, received cash or through bank. Paid, payment voucher, paid by cash or paid in cash or paid through bank. Contra voucher, only cash and bank, cash to bank, bank to cash, bank to bank, bank to cash to petty cash, etc. Only cash and bank. So in all the three cases, only cash and bank was available. That only those accounts are used. But in the case of purchase voucher, sales voucher, purchase returns, means debit note voucher, credit note voucher, all these are related to, goods only. That is why when you are making the entry also, we have to show the details of the goods, means stock items. We have to show the details of the stock item. To show the details of the stock item, we have to use the item invoice mode. We have to use item invoice, means the goods details will be there. So now we are going to this. Now we have to open now, and now which voucher we want to create now? We have to create debit note voucher. So in this case, as you see, debit note is not there. Only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are available, and all other necessary vouchers will be in F10 other vouchers. If you click that, we can find the details. See, these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are actively we are already using, so they are active here. They are showing, and but these vouchers, they are all active. They are showing, but there are many other vouchers also, but we are not using them till now, so they are called as inactive vouchers. So we have to open the inactive also. Here see, show inactive. If you double click, all the vouchers will be shown. In this case, this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these vouchers are already active. That's why they are in black. That is, they are highlighted: contra, journal, receipt, payment, purchase, receipt, sales. So these things. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are already active. We are already using them. We are already using them. They are active. So that's why they are active. Now we require inactive items. We have to activate. So debit note and credit note. Debit note, for example, for now we require only debit note. So debit note is not active. Debit note is not active. So we have to activate the debit note. See here, debit note, credit note is there. Alt F5. But if you now, without activating, now if you print Alt F5, nothing will happen. That is why we have to activate that. So here, go to that. So take this debit note, double click that. Double click, so it will open. It will open. You need to activate the debit note voucher type. You have to activate. Activate now. Do you want to activate now? It is asking. We said yes. Enter. Click enter or click yes. So if you click yes, so the voucher will open. Okay. Here the voucher is opening. See, debit note. So this is the problem thing. So already we got it from here, or we can get from when it is activated. After it is activated, see, debit note is activated. When it is activated, now it is activated directly. We got into this, but now, for example, it is in payment. Okay. Now when you open, by default payment voucher will open. It is open. Now you have to go to this again, double click here. Instead of that, simply here, what you can do is go to the payment. So there is bar, arrow here. Click that. There you can find debit note. So if you click that, debit note will open. Okay. So why it is? See, actually, purchase returns we are making. Purchases are given are used. The tab used is F9 is used purchases. For purchases, we are using F9, but why should not we use Alt F9 for returns, purchase returns? But it is not taken. It is taken F5 because, see, in this case of F3 company, there are three. One is F3 company, F3 change company, Alt F3 select company, Control F3 shut company. So in one F3, there are three options. Similarly, when you are purchasing, what will happen? We will we have to pay to the sundry creditors, that is to the suppliers. You have to pay money. That is why we will make payment to the suppliers when we purchase. That is why in the payment voucher, all the three are given. One is payment, so we have to pay to them. So his balance will be reduced. And debit note, when you return his balance, the creditor's balance will reduce. And one more is rejection out, that we will discuss later. It will come. Rejections out. We reject the goods when they give as to use for the check. Just keep the stock. If anybody purchase, you can use. Otherwise, you can reject and come sent back. That is why it is called rejection. All these are reducing the balances of the creditors. That is why this payment, debit note, and all these are given under this one. Are given in this. Which one? Under the F5. That is why, see, it is in sales. So you can click here. The arrow, you can select debit note here also. Here also you can use debit note, you can use. Suppose if it is not in the mode, and okay, leave that. So then we have to, after selecting the debit note, we have to go to the change mode. Change mode, Control H or click that. Control H or click that. Here, in item invoice, as voucher, accounting invoice, everything is there. We have to show the details of the goods inventory. We have to select item invoice. There is one more item is here, used for interest accounting. That in this case, that will be an advanced one. We will come to it later. Okay. So item invoice you take. So we have taken item invoice. Item invoice if you take, party name, ledger account means purchase sales, ledger account. Ledger account, name of item, that is item invoice means it will show the items also. Item, quality, quantity, rate, amount. So everything is shown. And here, see, this is how understand. If you don't have, go to other vouchers, click show inactive, that is show all the inactives, then go to debit note, double click that. It will ask you to, do you want to activate? If you say yes, it will activate. It will be here, activated in this, it will show here. You can select here, or you can go to, it is, when you are discussing about the accounting vouchers, the shortcut keys for all the accounting vouchers, Alt F5, Alt F5 is payment, Alt F5 for debit note, Alt F6 for credit note. Okay, so go to F5, go there, and you can select here. Already we selected, it is disabled. Suppose it is in journal. Now you go to payment, so it will be enabled. So select debit note. Okay, debit note is selected now. Okay, after selecting debit note, we have to change the mode. Go to accounting, item invoice, select that. Okay, now we have to record. See, you have to see how to record. See, out of this one purchased for 21,000 from Y and Co, invoice number so and so, one is returned, this is not working. So we have to know. When we returned, this is data purchased. Now we returned 31st July. So F2, 31st July you take. You take 31st July, then come to this party name. Here, when you are purchasing, supplier's invoice number is coming, but here is not coming, but it will come in another place that we will discuss. Party name. Here, where you purchased, Y and Co. We purchased from Y and Co. So from Y and Co, we purchased on credit only. See, credit memo or invoice. Credit only. So if it is credit, we have to give the name here. For example, not this, we have not returned to X and Co, Y and Co. Suppose we return to Sunny Enterprises because we purchased from Sunny Enterprises for cash. So if it is purchased for cash, when we purchase, we pay the cash immediately, isn't it? Similarly, when you return the goods, they will pay cash or check by check immediately. In that case, when the goods are returned, immediately if they pay cash or by check, so we have to enter here, not party name, cash or our bank name we have to write. If it is, even though it is a cash purchase and we return the goods also, he did not make the payment immediately, means he will pay later. Then also it is like a credit purchase only, credit only. That is why in that case also we will select the party name because he has to pay to us later. That is why when you pay the money in cash or by check, immediately after returning the goods, then you will write here cash or bank name. Otherwise, whether it is a credit sale or if it does not pay immediately, we have to select the name. So here, see here, what is the name? Y and Co. So we will take Y and Co. So if you take Y, if you press Y, you can select this. So here, and then after that, after selecting the name, it will show the dispatch details. When you are purchasing, you are getting receipt details. When you are selling, dispatch details. This is also, we are sending purchase returns. So it will show dispatch details. Dispatch details it will show. After the name, immediately it will show the dispatch details. What are the, how you dispatch, what is the number, agent number, or bill of loading, lorry, receipt number, lorry receipt, or vehicle number. For example, AP20X9959. Okay, like this. So this is in the case of sales or purchases, only dispatch details will be there. Receipt or dispatch date. Here, one peculiar thing. Another thing is here, when you are returning the goods belongs to some invoice. So against which invoice you return the goods? That is, when you purchase the goods on a particular invoice, so that goods when you return, we have to reduce that amount from that invoice. That is why here we have to give the original invoice number. So the original invoice on which we purchased, we are returning now. We have to give the original invoice number here and the date of the invoice. So here, these details are not required now. And then here, what is the original invoice number? 250. So 250 original invoice number. and original date of purchase 27, 22, sorry, 250, and then 27 if you type, it's enough. 22 need not enough. You need not type. Okay. And then party details will come. Dispatch details, then party details. You see here also, party details. Okay. And then if you click or see after this, if you click enter, or if you click Control A, it will go. Okay. And then sometimes when you select the name, if you press, you will not get the dispatch details and the invoice details. These details you will not get. You will not get the details, as well as after this, what you are doing, you are getting party details also. So we will not get both the party details, we will not get, we will get the dispatch details also. Why? Because suppose when you are selecting, you check up this one, when you are entering in a F12, that is F12, see here, provide supply details, it is not activated, and give the dispatch details also not activated. Suppose if it is not activated, so you are not getting dispatch details, old invoice number, I mean original invoice number, as well as party details. We are not getting anything. If you are not getting anything, what can we do? We can do two things. We can go to, see here we can go to F12, then we can select provide supply details, dispatch details also. So these two, if you select and save, now you will get the dispatch details, original invoice number details, and after that the what you call party details also. That even one more thing, you instead of activating there, you can do here also. Here, if you don't get, you can go to here, more details, Alt I, more Control, I think is Control I. You have to go see here, or you can click here, more details. If you click here, you will get the party details, original invoice also. Okay, so like that you can do, or there you can correct. It is better always, not only for this, all the companies it is required. So it is always better you activate in the what you call in the F12 configuration, you activate, give party details as well as dispatch details. Okay, you give all this and then party details, then here. Then here, what are you doing now? Now we are doing purchase returns. Purchase, that is already there. Now I created in the previous video in Telugu. So here we have to create purchase video. What we will do? Click Alt C, then we will create purchase returns. But here I already created. Wait 1 minute. Okay, so I already created already. That is why name already exists, enter a different name. So that's why we need not create again, because I already created. Select that one. You see, this purchase returns account will be created under purchase account, because purchase returns are to be reduced from purchase accounts. Sales returns will be reduced from sales account. That is why this one is to be entered in the purchase account only. Purchase account only. In the profit and loss account will show total purchases less returns. So net amount will show. Like this. We have to create under purchase account. Then go. Then we will go to the details section. Details of goods. That is called details of the stock items. Now, which one we returned? We returned 20-inch Sony TV. One number 20-inch purchased on that, so and so for 21,000 rupees. Return is not working. So here, what we do? We have to go to the Sony TV 20 inches. 20 inches Sony TV. Here, this I will make adjustment, because we can make it directly. We can enter here. That in the next video I will make it, because it is already opened. That I forgot it to close it. Okay, night. Now, one number. So one number is returned. So I take one number, then what is the rate? 21. It is showing by default 21. If it is showing a different amount, we have to type it as 21,000 and then entered, end of list. Okay, entered. And if there is one more item returned, then you have to enter in the next column. There is only one item, so we have to accept it, or instead of all these, you can do Control A. Control A, it is accepted. It is accepted. Okay, right. Next, again, second one you will take up on 2nd September. So next date is 2nd September. 2nd September. See, debit note number 2 now. First one is already entered. Now second one. Here, in this case, from Ashok Traders, we purchased here. You see. Here, from Ashok Traders, from not Raghavendra. Yeah, here. When you sold excess, that stock is less. Actually, we purchased, that we entered later. So when you purchased from Ashoka Traders, 5 prime numbers, that is 335 on 31st August, that is amount we purchased. Out of that, we returned one number. We returned one number here. See, one number AC we mission returned to Ashoka Traders against this bill. So now we will go to this here. What is the name of the party? Ashoka. Ashoka Traders. Ashoka Traders. That is the, again here all the details you have to give. And then what is the original invoice number? What is the original invoice number? Here, original invoice 335. See here, 335 on 31st August. So I have to give 335, 31st August. Okay. And then party details, accept. Then it is called purchase returns. Then go to Godrej 1 ton AC machine. One number. What is the rate? Rate is already default. By default, it is given 30,000. 30,000 rate, the total amount is 30,000. So end of list completed. Now, if there is any other item, then that also we have to enter. Otherwise, enter, then Control A, save. Control A, save. So like this, we have to make the entries in the purchase returns voucher. That is called actually debit note voucher, because purchase returns we are making. In such case, when you purchase goods, we have to pay to the creditor. That is, supplier will be a creditor to us. We have to pay to them. When we are returning the goods, so his balance will be reduced. We purchase for 1 lakh, 20,000 we return. That means only 80,000 rupees will be the balance we have to pay. That is why the balance is reduced. Not only this, for some other purposes also, sometimes the balance will be reduced. Sometimes balance will be increased. Then you have to issue the opposite voucher. That is opposite note. Instead of debit note, you will use credit note. All these, there are different situations like this. Not only debit note is used, not only for purchase returns, for some other purpose also, we will issue the debit note. Similarly, credit note also, the supplier will issue for different purposes. So all these other details or these other circumstances we will discuss when we are entering with GST. After activating GST, we will enter that again, sales, purchase, everything we will enter. In such, when that entering, that time we will learn in detail. We will learn it. Just this is given to you to just to give a idea. Purchase, sales also, just to give you an idea. But there is a lot of things to be learned after activating the GST features. Then we have to enter, calculate GST also. There are a lot of things to learn. Okay, so this is the thing about debit note voucher. For the time being, keep it in mind. For the purchase returns, we record in the debit note voucher. Okay, so with this, we will go. I will give you a brief. This one. So this one, I will give a brief one. What you will see is here, I will give a brief one, brief idea. See, actually, to make the entry in purchase return, first go to Gateway of Tally. So we are in Gateway of Tally. Go to Gateway of Tally, then go to Accounting Voucher, click V. accounting voucher. Then go to debit note voucher, Alt F5. See here you can select this one, or it is activated now, Alt F5. If you click, suppose it is in this one, payment section, instead of selecting this one, we can do this also, Alt F5. Alt F, if we click debit note, we are getting. So debit note you have to, you have to select debit note voucher. Then you have to change the mode, go to item invoice. So then all the details will come. And then go to F2, change the date to 7, for example. To 2nd September, whatever it may be. 2nd September. So go to the date. Go to the date. After that, go to the party's name. After date, go to the party name. If the money is, if it is a cash purchase, if the money is paid immediately, we will get cash or bank account, we will write. Otherwise, if he is not paying cash or it is a credit purchase, now we are returning goods, then we have to select the name of the party. Select the name of the party. Then after entering the name of the party, it will ask you dispatch details, and then after the dispatch details, you give the original invoice number, dispatch details, and then original invoice details. And after this, after entering this 335, for example, 2nd September, 31st August, 31st August, for example only. Here, then you have to check up the original invoice on party details. See, party details also, when we are creating this account, we give some details. All the details will be displayed here. To check up whether it is correct or not. But generally, whatever you give there, it will be displayed here also. So suppose if you want to change, you can change here. And after this, with Control A, then we'll go to party details completed, and then we'll go to the ledger account. In the ledger account, we have to create the purchase ledger, purchase return under purchase account. We have to create purchase returns account under the main group purchase accounts. Okay, then we will come purchase accounts. Then we have to give the details of the goods. With the goods which are returning, name of the item, quantity, rate, amount. This will be one, give one. If there are more than one, go to the second line, give the second item also. Like that, you give all the details of the goods returned. Then press or click Alt and Control A. That will be accepted. Or otherwise, you go on pressing enter. That also will do the work. That is, it will accept. So this is how we have to record in the purchase returns, recording purchase returns in the debit note entry, voucher. In the debit note voucher. Okay. So with this, we close this. Wait a minute. So we close this topic, and one important request to you. Many people are not subscribing to the channel, just watching and keeping quiet. Please subscribe the channel. Otherwise, I don't know how many people are watching the TV. Watching the videos. And also, you click you click the bell icon and select all, so that you will get all the notifications for all the videos which I am uploading. And you just share with all your friends. And all these videos you watch till the end. And after that, you like the video and you post your comment. You comment about this video. You comment in the about section. You post your comment. Then only I can understand are you feeling any difficulty or how you are receiving. Okay. With this, we close this session, and you just follow the videos in the same order which I am uploading. Then only you will get perfect, full expert knowledge. Then you will become a perfect, full-fledged expert accountant. So I want all of you to be full-time, full-fledged and expert accountants, not simply data entry operators. Okay. So that's wish you all the best, and we'll meet in the next video. Good night. Bye.